I said it at the first part one. This is fair use, fair use. Not making any money off of this. This is strictly for educational purposes. But let's see here. I'm gonna grab some. I'm gonna grab some precepts with respect to what's going on with Donald Trump and the in the investment that he just put the $100 billion investment in into fucking, what do you call it, microchips. All right, it says right here in 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Okay, so the Lord's servants, the prophets, we're not starting out with us. We're not ignorant to the devices of Satan. We know that his goal and his prophecy that's built for him, that Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai built specifically for this devil, is to set up a micro C hip and put one in everybody. That's his goal. That's his enterprise, right? We can go to that real quick too. Job 5:12, it says, talking about Yahweh, it says, he disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Okay, so basically what's telling you is this is the Edomites, so-called white man's goal, is to micro C-hip everybody. And by the way, it's 441. Call halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. All right. So, the goal of the Edomite is to put a micro C-hip. And we're not ignorant to his devices. So we're reporting it to you. We're warning you. We're telling you, Israelites, this is the micro C-hip. This is the mark of the beast in Revelation 13. All right, and I'm going to grab that here in a second. But let's keep reading this. It says, he taketh the wide. Okay, but I didn't make the point. It says, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprises. He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. So Yahweh's going to put a halt to their enterprise. He's going to allow the so-called white man, the wicked, the devil, according to the Bible, Satan, he's going to allow him to put that device in the majority of the people on the planet, the majority of the inhabitants of the earth. But he's not going to let him perform his entire enterprise, because we know through prophecy that the so-called white man is damn sure he's not going to put a micro C-hip into the elect. The elect of the nation of Israel are not going to take the micro C-hip under any circumstance, right? Verse 13. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. They meet with darkness in the daytime, and grope in the noonday as in the night. Okay? And let's read this 15. But he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty. All right? So, the meeting with darkness, they meet in darkness, meaning these world leaders, they have these meetings, right? These secret meetings, and then they have meetings like what do they call it, the Summit 7, where they meet, and they're discussing all these things. They're different secret societies. When you go into the like Esau has a bunch of secret societies, right? And they meet in darkness, right? Meaning when you don't know when they're meeting, you don't know when they're plotting against you. You don't know when they're plotting against the inhabitants of the earth, right? Because Yahweh at the end of the day, put a spirit on them to have this spirit to plot against the majority of these people, and that's their goal. They want to put an electronic device the size of a grain of rice into your right hand or into your forehead, which is that Neuralink technology, which is manifested, and the owner, the CEO of that Neuralink is Elon Musk. You see, and so everything is just clear as day to the elect. we can see what's going on. We can see that Esau's moving quick, you know. It tells you that in Revelation 12. Let's grab that real quick. Revelation 12 and 12, it says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." And this is why Donald Trump, when he had the jump shot and the COVID-19, when all that stuff was happening, he brought out that vaccination, right? That jump shot, the juicy juice, the ouchie Fauci, the Fauci ouchie, however you want to say it. He brought that out and he called it, what did he call it? Operation Warp Speed. And why is that? Because he knows he has but a short time. All right. But again, we're not ignorant to Satan's devices. Okay. So let's go Revelation 13 and 16 and let's get right into it. Right. Let's cut to the chase. Revelation 13, 16, and this is talking about his micro C-hip, his device that he wants to put in every person on the planet Earth because he has a God complex. The so-called white man has a God complex and he has an agenda. And it's all through the spirit and power, through prophecy of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. The book was written thousands of years ago, right? But yet it prophesied what would be happening in the latter days, in the last days, okay? So let's read this. Revelation 13 and 16, he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. 666, right? And then mark, that's what it is. He's going to put that micro C-hip in you. That's his goal. Because you're not going to be able to buy or sell without that mark. Your life is going to be difficult, right? You're not going to be able to blend in society without that mark, because you won't be able to buy nothing. You won't be able to sell nothing. You won't be able to, you won't be able to do anything without that mark. And when you go into the word mark right here in Revelation 13, and there's brothers out there that, of course, you know what this is, but this is for the newer people, because you never know if a new person's watching. But you have the word mark in Revelation 13 and 16. Let's grab it real quick. And I'll play it in the Hebrew. I'll play it out loud for you. There it is. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Let me see. All right, let's see here. Let me play it again.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma.
Charagma, right? That's mark in the Hebrew. Oh, I'm sorry, that's actually Greek. I said Hebrew. So when you go into that word mark, and I'm reading it on the Blue Letter Bible, it says a stamp, an imprinted mark. A mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as a badge of the followers of, it says, of the Antichrist. And this is the blue letter, right? Which that's true, because if you get that mark, you're basically anti-Hamashiach. You're anti-Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. It says the mark, it says a thing carved, sculpture, or graven work, an idolatrous images of. So anyway, you get the point. It's that graven mark, charagma. All right, it's literally the mark of the beast. And how is the beast system? How is that beast of a man, which is it says, like, it tells you in verse 18, for it is the number of a man. And what man is that? That's the Edomite, the so-called white man. He's the one who's this is his agenda, to put that mark in you, to keep track of you, to keep track of your finances, to keep track of your criminal record, to keep track of your medical record, to keep track of this is going to be your driver's license, it's going to be your way to get inside your house, the way to start your car, the way to get admitted to the doctors, the way to pay for your groceries, the way to catch a bus, but everything is going to be on this device. Okay, so everybody's going to be tested with this thing. Tells you that in Revelation 3, right? Let's grab that real quick. Revelation 3 and 10. It says, and this is talking about the elect in verse 3 and 10, but it's talking about the whole world, but let's read it. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, talking about the elect, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly, hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. All right, so Yahweh Shai is telling us, hey, keep the word, stay in the truth, and I'm going to keep you from the resist. He's going to give us the ability in the spirit to resist the hour of temptation, and the hour of temptation is when you're faced with that decision. However it might be, whatever time during Jacob's trouble that you might be faced with this hour of temptation, where maybe it's Esau's troops, military is enforcing it at your front doorstep. Maybe he caught you on the streets. He hemmed you up on the street, and he's telling you, "Hey, you ain't got the mark in you. You ain't got the micro C hip in you. So guess what? We're gonna throw you in a FEMA camp, or we're gonna throw you in prison." Whatever that hour of temptation is going to be unique and different for everybody. Everybody's going to face that hour of temptation in different situations, right? Well, it says right here, Yahweh Shai speaking, behold, I come quickly, hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. And what is it that we have? We have this truth, this knowledge. This is what separates us. This is what makes us holy. This is what's going to keep us in the spirit to resist this wicked device that the whole world is going to be tried with. You see? Let me grab a couple more. Let's see. Let's go to Revelation 16 real quick, because it's talking about the mark. You're gonna have a lot of people take that device. Let's read this. Revelation 16 and 1. It says, and I heard a great voice out of the temple saying this to the seven angels, go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of the Most High upon the earth. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. You see? So that grievous sore is going into that mark. You take that mark, and guess what? You're going to break out in a grievous sore, like whether it's your forehead or whether it's your hand, wherever you took that device. And all you got to do is look up the micro C hip, Google images, and it'll pop right up, I'm not going to do it here because it usually silences me when I try to Google. But the thing is this is the thing. We're coming into those times, man, where, hey, we're coming down the wire, brothers. So we got to build our spirit up constantly and just prepare ourselves, because, hey, we're going to be facing these crazy times soon, when the devil's going to mandate this micro C hip, this mark of the beast. It's going to be mandatory. If you want to buy, sell, do anything, if you want to function in his wicked society, you're going to have that charagma. Okay? Let's get Revelation 20 and verse 4. It says, and I saw the thrones and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. So this is the prophecy of John the Revelator. He saw the vision of the prophets who did not take the mark of the beast, and guess what? We were beheaded. You know, there are going to be prophets who are going to be beheaded, because the Lord's going to keep that spirit on us to rather, get beheaded than to take that micro C hip, than to take that mark in our hand or in our forehead. You see? But if you're not building yourself up, and we've been building ourselves up for years, depending on how long brothers have been in the truth, but we've been building ourselves up for years in the spirit, and to make sure that, hey, this is our priority. Not no micro C hip, not no charagma. You're going to have a lot of people right now, they're telling you, oh, I would never do that. I would never take that micro C hip. But then when they see their kids starving, or when they're starving, or when they feel like they have nothing left to give, then they're going to give in. They're going to actually, Esau's going to break them, going to break their spirit. And these people who are going to be the heathen and the 2/3, they're going to break, and they're going to take that micro C hip, man. But let's grab this real quick. But there are going to be brothers who are, in that situation where, hey, Esau Edom, he wants to puts that C hip on us, in us, and we're not going to take it. He's liable to put us to death. We die for we die a martyrship. We die for our belief in this knowledge, in this truth. But it's precious, right? 116 Psalm, the 116th Psalm in verse 15. Precious in the sight of Yahweh is the death of his saints. All right? So precious means rare. So it means it's going to happen, but it's going to be rare, but it will happen. John the Revelator, he saw that vision. Yahweh Bashem Yoshai gave him that vision of those who stayed and remained faithful and didn't take that mark, didn't take that charagma, didn't take that micro C hip that Trump just invested $100 billion into, right? So we can see what's happening. We can see where everything is going, right? And you think that this devil, he's not going to make that law mandatory? You think he's not going to make the micro C hip, a law of the land? Well, you're sadly mistaken, because he's got a history of changing laws and a history of changing legislation overnight. While you're asleep, this devil will change a law on your ass. All right, let's read Daniel 7:25. It says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, talking about this devil, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and a times and the dividing of time. You see that? So it's in this devil's DNA. It's in his character to change laws. All right. The laws of Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, they change not, right? Let's get that real quick. Because Yahweh Bashem Yoshai changes not. But this devil, he's got a different spirit. He changes all the time. He'll change the laws. We know through prophecy, he's going to change that. And he's going to change he's going to change it up on you, man. And you're going to be facing that hour of temptation. He's going to make it mandatory. I said Micah, it's Malachi. Let me get Malachi. It says, Malachi 3:6, for I am Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, I change not, therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. So Yahweh doesn't change, but this devil, he's changed. He changes overnight. He changes. He's double-minded. He changes from one day to the next. He's a shady character. He's a crafty character, right? He's subtle. He's that subtle serpent in the Garden of Eden, man. That's his same spirit. That's the devil. He's gonna make this law, and right before you know it, you're gonna be faced with that hour of temptation, and you're going to have to make a quick decision. And if you ain't built up in the spirit, then guess what? You're going to fold. You're going to take that micro C hip. And if you do, that's your ass. The Most High, you take a micro C hip, you are definitely going to die from a grievous sore, famine, the missiles, the chariots. There's a multiple amount of things that can put your ass to death. Let me read this, Genesis 3 and 1. It says, "Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which Yahweh the Most High had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath the Most High said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden." You see? "And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the Most High said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die." And this is a fast forward to this generation. And just like he went to, because remember, the serpent, who went to Eve, he didn't go to Adam. Because the serpent knew that Eve was the weaker vessel. He's going to do the same thing in this day and age with these 2/3, these Israelites. He's going to play the emotions of the woman, and in the news, propaganda, he's going to be like, yo, you don't take this micro C hip, you don't take this device, and guess what? Your whole family's going to die. And what's going to happen? The women are going to see that shit on the news. They're going to start getting emotional. They're going to break. They're going to fold. They're going to end up taking this wicked device. But we know that the elect will not take the device, all right? But if you're not built up in the spirit, man, good luck, you see? But, the men of the Lord, the servants of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, we're building our spirits every day. We've been on this thing for years now, starting out with our elders. And, there's no way on Yahweh's green earth that a member of the elect will take this micro C hip. Let me get this real quick. This is Matthew 24. Is it 14? No, let's see. It's 24. Matthew 24 and 24, it says, "For there shall arise false Mashiachs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect." So a lot of you Israelites, you 2/3, are going to be deceived. The majority of the Israelites are going to be deceived. And why is that? Because you're not the elect. But it tells you here in verse 24 in Matthew 24 that the elect won't be deceived. The elect will not take this device, this wicked device, under no circumstances, even if it means death, even if it means their children are going to starve, The elect, the servants of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua are going to be fed regardless. All right, we don't need a micro C hip. You got to trust in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. You don't trust in Egypt, spiritual Egypt. You don't trust in the Edomite. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. What is it? Ecclesiastes 2:10. Let me see. Shit. Is it 12? Maybe it's Ecclesiastes 10:12. No, 12:10. 12:10. Oh yeah, that's 12:10. Ecclesiastes 12 and 10. "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness." All right, so you don't trust the enemy, man. You got to trust in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, and that's what's going to deliver us, okay? Let's read this real quick. Ecclesiastes 2 and 1. "My son, if thou come to serve Yahweh, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. And make not haste in the time of trouble." So deal with it, Endure. "Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate." So you got to just be patient. Trust in the Lord. Trust in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Know that he's going to bring us out of this thing, There's nothing that the devil, the so-called white man, there's nothing the Edomite can do to us, when we trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay? Let me read verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way right, and trust in him. Ye that fear Yahweh, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. All right, and this is a fire chapter. All right, it's a beautiful chapter. Just a reminder, hey, trust in Yahweh. He's got our back, man. You don't have to take that micro C hip. But if you're of the 2/3, guess what? You're gonna take it, because you ain't gonna have the spirit to resist that wicked device that you're gonna feel like you need that thing. You absolutely need it, right? That's how a bunch of you 2/3. You 2/3 are gonna. That's what you're gonna be your mindset. Oh, I need to get that chip, that CHIP. I gotta go to that chipping station. There's Isaiah 65 and 13. I'll read this. It says, Therefore thus saith Yahweh the Most High, Behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Okay? So there it is. Trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You don't need to worry about no wicked device, no charagma, no micro C-hip. Donald Trump invested $100 billion for micro C-hips with Taiwan, joining a partnership. They're going to have a big-ass facility in Arizona, like I told you in the video. But guess what? Trust in the Lord, because guess what? Yahweh Bashem, the servants of Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, we're going to eat, man. It's easy for the Lord to feed his elect. Just remember that. All right? So, I'm going to go ahead and close out. I hope the lesson was edifying. I want to give all the praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honors goes out to our elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also, want to acknowledge all the Akyam who are pushing the truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom to the elect. And brothers, one last time, don't take the C-hip, all right? Don't take the C-hip. If you're of the elect, you won't take it. If you're a heathen, if you're a 2/3, guess what? That's all day. You're going to take it all day. You're going to be deceived. You ain't the elect. Peace. Shalom.